From time-shifting gods to planet-devouring aliens, corrupted genies to maniacal mechs, and of course, one very determined egg-shaped madman. All have fallen to dust before a speedy blue hedgehog with a few shiny rocks. Sonic the Hedgehog has transformed time and time again to save the day, and we're gonna count down the best of them. For this list, we'll be taking into consideration just how fun the super fight is, how impactful it was to the game, and of course, the hype. The only rule? One super fight per title. And obviously, there will be spoilers. You have been warned. The Sonic Advance trilogy is notorious for just how obnoxiously challenging it is to unlock the final super fights. Meaning, they must be some of the best, right? Well, Sonic Advance 3 just barely cracks the list for doing something truly unique. Teaming up with Eggman. By using him, yes, Dr. Eggman himself has a Kamehameha wave to create an opening. You know things must be dire if Eggman is willing to let Sonic, of all people, do this to him just to win a fight. A broken mess. The worst Sonic game ever. Absolute garbage. Say whatever you want about the disaster that was Sonic 06, the super fight was epic. Super Sonic, Super Shadow, and Super Silver. The first and only triple transformation. Team up against a time deity as the trio attacks him in the past, present, and future. While we were going to be primarily focusing on Sonic in this list, team-ups add variety, and that's most evident here as Silver focuses on reflecting meteors back, Shadow attacks with energy blasts, and Sonic does what Sonic does best. Goes all in. A trend we're going to see repeated a lot on this list. Going Super isn't just limited to the Sonic series. The blue blur shows the entire Nintendo universe, and others, what he can really do. Grabbing the Smash Ball in any of the Smash Bros. Games will allow Sonic to go Super. But let's be real, we all know the most fun and broken is in Brawl. Sonic's super form is completely and absolutely busted, allowing him to fly around the screen KOing anyone he collides with. But what's more, it lasts so long! If you KO a player early on, you can actually get them again, even if they try to run out the clock. There is a reason the super form got nerfed in later installments. I think everyone knew that the OG transformation had to make the list. For the first time in the franchise, collect all 7 of the Chaos Emeralds and Sonic can go Super. While it may not have any story relevance beyond the final screen of the game, it is a truly awesome reward for completing the bonus stages. For the first time ever, allowing you to turn completely invincible whenever you want in any stage to completely wreck shop. The Chaos Emeralds have been a part of the Sonic series since the very beginning. But it was Sonic Adventure that brought them to the forefront, as an integral part of the plot, as well as revealing a bit about their history and connection to the main threat, Perfect Chaos. Utilizing the negative energy of the Chaos Emeralds to achieve its full power, Perfect Chaos is basically the other side of the same coin of Super Sonic. A simple fight to be sure, but how can you not love dashing through a flooded city, dodging obstacles, and colliding with a titanic water kaiju as Open Your Heart goes hard. The sleeper on the list. Sonic Rush Adventure brings back the team-up of Super Sonic and Super Blaze from the first Sonic Rush game. But this time, it does something a little different. This super fight has the duo in a top-down shooter scenario where you can swap between them at will. Blaze shoots projectiles and Sonic smacks attacks back. Like most shmups, the battle is fast-paced, and it takes advantage of the fact that both characters have unique skills to win. Pew pew! Battling Dark Gaia in Sonic Unleashed for the Wii and PS2. Now, I'd imagine that most gamers are more familiar with the superior Xbox 360 version due to the stages, combat, exploration, and controls, just being better. Doubly so now that it's been buffed by the Series X. But what isn't better is the final battle, as they are completely different. The 360 version has you stuck on a timer to save chip as you hit tentacles with a way too zoomed in camera. The Wii and PS2 version, however, actually has you up against Dark Gaia itself, dodging slashes, reflecting energy blasts, filling your dash gauge as you chip away at the monstrosity, one eye at a time, all while a remix of Endless Possibilities punctuates the battle. Also, the pre-super fight in this version, it's just a hidden level of Punch-Out, which is way cooler. Sonic 3 and Knuckles. Yes, of course we are counting them as one game, because together they are the complete package and evolve beyond Super Sonic. Enter Ultra Hyper Sonic. Roaring through space, blasting through meteors, dodging missiles, and even including a minor puzzle element that requires a bit more than just brute force. Easily the most influential fight in the series, this battle was the first secret final stage in the franchise and the first to require a transformed state to access, as well as the first time one of Sonic's alternate forms played a role in the game's story, even if it was just a tiny bit. Beyond that, just like its predecessor, once Sonic has the Chaos Emeralds and the Super Emeralds, he can become hyper in any stage he pleases, which is a whole lot more this time around. Plus, the cartridge combo has saving, so it's way simpler to revisit old stages all powered up. It really is the best of both worlds. What makes the super fights in Sonic Frontiers stand out above all the rest is easily the fun factor, and just how satisfying it is to attack these Goliaths. Just wailing on them, landing combos, and showing off just how powerful Super Sonic really is. Instead of, just ramming them. And while any of these fights could have easily taken the top spots, as they are all badass with awesome scores, except the final one, cause that was such weak sauce. The best of these fights has to be against the one and only aerial foe, the Wyvern Titan. As instead of just being limited to a small cavern to battle in, you give chase to the winged beast flying all across the island that you just spent hours exploring, as you dodge lasers and missiles, just looking for an opening. Honestly, this fight almost took the top spot if it hadn't been for the fact that it is just a stepping stone in a massive journey to discover the secrets that Frontiers has to offer. Coming in at number 1 is Super Sonic and Super Shadow vs. the ultimate lifeform prototype. Unlike most of the super fights on this list where you have to collect rings as you dodge an attack, usually reflecting attacks back or something like that, this fight is much more straightforward. Tear through space dodging lasers and orbs to crash into the monster's weak point as either Sonic or Shadow. But what makes it stand out above the rest is just how incredibly epic it all feels. A counter to the world's end is ticking down. The first super team up ever, your friends cheering you on, and all the while, Live and Learn keeps your adrenaline pumping in the background. Of every battle in the entirety of the Sonic series, none is more hyped than this battle, with arguably the most awesome and heart-wrenching conclusion of them all. And that's the list. Do you disagree? Of course you do. Go ahead and tell me about how wrong I was down in the comments below, and be sure to check out the honorable mentions that didn't make the cut, as they will be dropping as shorts after this video, and go ahead and tell me how those are wrong too. I'm looking forward to it.